All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Forecaster Josiah Acheampong here, giving you a weather update. Right now, beginning with a view from our visible satellite, you could see some clouds beginning to form across the area. On the lower levels, we have clouds coming in from the north, some of the northern panhandle region, but you can see that front starting to blanket across portions of our southeastern counties as it kind of stalls out just a little bit before it continues to press south across the area. Now, we do have pleasant conditions across the board. I mean, honestly, today we were expecting a bit more cloud cover across the area. The cold front began to move through the area just a little bit quicker than what we expected. So that made way for a bit more of some sunny and pleasant conditions. Now, taking a look at our Skycam and dim it, you can see exactly that. A couple of fair weather clouds in the background, some high cirrus clouds higher up in the atmosphere, but overall calm and pleasant conditions across the region. Taking a look at our radar overall, it's pretty quiet across the board, besides some rain trying to develop over portions of Roosevelt County, just west and southeast of Portales. But overall, many of us are sitting dry and clear. Temperatures, though, cooler. We're in the 60s and 70s across the area, a couple of 80s for some of our southern counties, rather. That's because of where that cold front kind of stalled out. They didn't get the same opportunity for cold air to sweep through the area. So many of us sitting in the 60s and 70s this afternoon. But compared to this time yesterday, whoa, what a difference. Many of us are sitting anywhere between 5 to up to 25 degrees below where we were this time yesterday. What a difference 24 hours make. And we have more colder air on the way. So, as we plan out the rest of your evening, we're expecting a cool down as we approach dinner time. That's when we can see a couple more showers and storms trying to flare up across the area. But overall, those cooling conditions will continue to prevail, and not everyone may tap into that moisture. Taking a look at our model, we'll run it. As we go throughout this evening, that's where we can see some storms try to flare up in some of our southern counties overall. That area desperately needs the rain. But as we take a look at overnight conditions, we could be dealing with some showers across the area. I do think the highest probability for shower potential and storms will be for areas further west of I-27 and 287 across the area. Tonight dipping into the 40s and 50s, but tomorrow that's where we'll struggle to reach the 70-degree mark across the area. Many of us sitting in the 60s and 50s. That cold air is dense and it's making its way through the area. Now heading into Wednesday, we're not done with the rain and cooler conditions, although we will warm up just slightly, but I think our rain chances will begin to taper off Wednesday as we get some drying conditions. The Weather Prediction Center indicating that the highest, again, probability for areas will be for areas west of 287 in terms of rainfall. That's where we could see our higher amounts pushing near half an inch to up to an inch and a half of rain in select locations, especially for portions of eastern New Mexico. But can't rule out some pockets of heavier rain depending on where that banding of rain sets up. And again, this is good news because according to our drought monitor, many areas along and just south of I-40 do have those abnormally dry conditions across the area. In fact, we did have a fire breakout over portions of Briscoe County, just northwest of Silverton, and that burned over 2,500 acres. But the good news is it's over 100. It's now 100% contained. But we can see already when we had the breezy conditions, we had stretch of dry weather where we had temperatures 5 to 15 degrees above average for several days in a row. And then with all the brush and vegetation that we've had due to rainfall from the summer season and spring season, all of that has already seemingly has helped to fuel what was that fire. But overall, right now, we do expect some rain to move into the area, and that will be good news. Tonight, our temperatures dipping down into the 40s and 50s, and showers expected during those overnight hours. Heading into tomorrow, we're much cooler. I mean, we're talking about temperatures nearly 20 degrees below average in certain instances, but those overcast and dreary conditions expected throughout the day. Our next weather maker, the good news is this colder air is not going to last for too much longer. By the time we get into Thursday, we'll have this area of high pressure and ridging dominate the central portion of the country. That high pressure hanging around portions of central and western Texas. But as we head into the weekend, we could have a shortwave trough make its way into portions of the Rockies. And with that, not only could we see some cooling conditions later this early next week, but we could also be experiencing a possibility of some rain. But that's a little bit of a ways out, so we won't really get into the details of that overall. But if you like the warmer weather, we are expecting warmer conditions to remain in effect. The Climate Prediction Center indicating we have a 70% chance of above normal temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days. You can see we're sandwiched in there in those bright, vibrant reds. And the good news is that's going to come with 40% chance of above normal precipitation. And again, with those abnormally dry conditions, we can expect and will be grateful for that across the area, trying to kind of get rid of any abnormally dry conditions that we have across the area. Now, taking a look at our 7 day tracker. We're cooler tomorrow, highs in the 60s. We'll try and warm up on Wednesday with a bit more breaks of clouds, but overall still cool. Near average will warm up too. And then the warming trend continues by Thursday and Friday. We're talking about going from sweaters on Tuesday to back near shorts by Thursday and Friday with those warmer conditions, highs hovering near 10 degrees above average before we remain calm and clear throughout at least the first half of the weekend. And we could see some slight chances of rain possibly Sunday and Monday, but we'll continue to keep an eye on that and what happens. We still have a ways to go for that. Anyways, I hope you all stay warm, stay dry, and have a great rest of your